What is this? Is this a Skywars video? Leclus making Skywars videos? What? Is this an alternate reality? No, I assure you, young viewer, you're probably older than me. Let's just face the facts. Oh, hi. Apparently that was a stone sword that I was blocking. I was bored, and I know that Skywars stories times are really popular, so I'm just gonna make one. So what I'm talking about is me getting hurt as a young child. Wow, I was a very clumsy kid. Now if you ask anyone that I know that, they'll probably say no, but trust me, I was a very clumsy kid. Well, I know one, because that was like a big event in my early life. I'm saying early life as if I was like a massive, strong adult, which is false. Hello, sir. You are gonna need to be not doing that, you know? Yeah. Hi. Alright, that's cool. Yeah, so the first one is me playing tennis. So I don't actually play tennis that much, but I used to a little bit more. One time, my sister and my dad were playing tennis, as you do. What? Anyway, my sister and my dad were playing tennis, as you do, and they were just vibing. They were having a great time. And little old, wait, how old was I? I was like a young toddler. I mean, I was old enough to know better than to do what I did. Yeah, so I was like, say, I was 9. I was 9 at the time. Anyway, what I did was just so aloof and uncaring. I just walk in the middle of the tennis game, right as my dad's serving it. And hey, guess what happens? If you're in the middle of crossfire, then you're probably gonna get hit. And so I did. Being the absolute clumsy kid I was, and still am, who knows, I just got smashed in the eyeball. Now, I cannot confirm how long I stood there just before absolutely bursting out and crying, but my dad claims that I was sitting there for like 5 seconds. So anyway, I sat there for a couple seconds, just ready to absolutely scream my head off. Because, you know, 9-year-olds are, just little kids in general, are not the best at keeping their traps shut. When little Misa gets hit in the eyeball with a like 50-mile-per-hour tennis ball, it doesn't like it. My little brain goes on panic mode, and it just goes crazy. I start screaming and crying. Well, my sister and my brother are just sitting there kind of awkwardly like, oh, this is bad, but I don't really care. I get in the car, still screaming my head off, mind you. There's no way I'm gonna stop that easily. I cannot be thwarted. Someone's here. Hello, sir. There's one left. Oh, here he is. Hello. Hi, sir. You are going down. Let's go. So we're driving home. I've generally calmed down. I'm still sniffling and huffing and puffing a little bit, but it's not as bad as screaming bloody murder like I was 10 minutes ago. Hi, sir. Okay. I'm not comfortable with this situation. I'm very low, and I'd rather not die. My dad talks to my mom and he explains everything about the situation, like, yo, I hit our son with a tennis ball right in the face, and we decided to go to the ER, because if you get hit in the tennis ball really fast, no, what did I say? If you get hit in the eye with a tennis ball really fast, and you start screaming and crying, it's probably something you should get checked out. Now, I was just like a little kid who'd, oh my goodness. I was just a little kid who had like gotten hit in the eye. It wasn't a big deal. But my overactive imagination, my little scared little mind went, oh boy, I'm going to die. And that's just how I saw it. I didn't literally think I was gonna die, but it was very scary. Now I have to think of this from like a 9-year-old's perspective. I just got really hurt, and now I'm going to the place where people lose their life a lot. So I was not the most jazzed about going to the ER. I also think that it was really busy that day or something, so we had to wait a really long time to get into the office, which I didn't really like because, you know, my problems are bigger than the world's. No one's gonna convince me otherwise. I was really enveloped in how much pain I was going through. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna probably die in this place. Well, I'm hurting with my eye. This is not a good situation. Yes! Once we got into the actual office, the nurse asked all the questions like, yo, do you do drugs? And I was like, no. And then he was like, yo, do you drink? And I was like, no. And then he went, yo, do you smoke? And I was like, no. And so we kind of went through that routine, and then finally they're like, okay, we'll send the doctor in. Before that, we had gotten to the ER at like 9 o'clock-ish in PM. And so after it had taken an hour to get into the office, and they'd asked us like really boring questions, like all that protocol stuff, my little 9-year-old self was kind of exhausted from all the talking and all the waiting. And my dad had come with me, so we were just kind of a couple of dudes just hanging out, being really bored for hours upon hours. So then they said, okay, well, we have a lot of busy doctors right now, which, you know, fair enough, but I was not having it. I was so tired. I had a 9:30 sleep schedule. I couldn't just wait until like 11 o'clock just to see a doctor to tell me that, oh, you need to see another doctor. No. I need some help. I need some healing. I would really like to be healed before. So an hour passes and I don't think so much about it. It's just like, alright, I'm bored. I think I play some games on my dad's phone, like Crossy Road and I don't even know, Subway Surfers? I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna count how many times I've died. It's gonna be at the end of the video. I know that the doctors were probably helping people who actually needed it. I was just this 9-year-old bratty kid who needed an eye replacement. Mumbo jumbo, you're going down. But still I'm tired, so another hour passes, and there's still no sign of a doctor. And it's just so frustrating. I'm like, bro, what is this? I need to go home. I need to eat. I need to do fun things that, like sleeping primarily. Yeah, so and then another hour passes, and I'm just tired. I think I took a couple naps during it. I couldn't control it. I was 9. And it was 11 o'clock, gee dang it. That's like later than anyone's ever slept. After like 3 hours or something unholy, a doctor finally came in and was like, okay, you need to wait some more. And finally, I don't know even how long it was. I kind of lost track of time. But finally, after years and years of waiting, there's a doctor that came in. I was like, okay, we need to take some tests. And this is a pretty cool thing about science, is that it can do a lot of things. So one of the things that this science did was it could see what happened to your eyeball by putting ink in it. Most of the times it's bad to put ink in it, but this one is like good ink that's good. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so they put the ink in my eye. I didn't like that either. And it was just very unpleasant. And they're like, okay, so the way the ink went, it means that your retina's ruptured. Wow, that's news to me, jeez. I'm not even sure if I knew what a retina was. I probably didn't. But it sounded serious, like science word, and it's also ruptured, which is another big word that means broken. It's just not good. I did a little panicking and I did my 9-year-old thing, and I was just shocked. I was just struck by the absolute sheer unnecessity of it all. Time passed and a lot of talking and some more talking, and then we got in touch with like a, what's it called, eyeball specialist, one of those things. And so then it was all smooth sailing. Except a lot of time passed apparently. By the time we had actually gotten outside of the ER, it was 3 in the morning. 3 a.m. I was not too pleased about that. My dad saw that I was really sad and depressed and unhappy and all of the words. And so he decided to get me Jack in the Box at 3 in the morning. That's pretty awesome. I stayed in the hospital for 6 hours, but I also get a burger from Jack in the Box. I say the moral of the story is probably if you are planning on stepping in front of a tennis ball serve, then make sure it hits your eyeball.